check, check. Hey everyone, it's Jack from The Modern Coder, and today I wanted to take a second to talk about my work from home setup and some of the tech I use on a daily basis. So dual monitors are essential for programmers and really anybody doing prolonged computer work. And so I normally like to have 3 monitors or an ultra wide, but for this space I'm just rocking 1. And so what I got behind me is my Dell. It's a 27-inch Dell Ultra Sharp. It's 2560 by 1440 at 60 Hertz. So it's a great little display, not too big, not too small, and it works totally for me for my space. What's even better is I ditched the old stand that came with the monitor and I switched it out for an adjustable height monitor arm. But yeah, you can move that thing up, down, left, right, adjust it to any height you want, and it takes up like an inch or 2 of space on the desk. It's great. So moving on to my main driver, you can see I'm rocking the MacBook Pro, have a 2.7 gigahertz Intel Core i5 processor in there with 8 gigs of RAM and 150 gigs of internal solid state storage. I got my MacBook used about 4 years ago and I haven't had a single speed or usability issue since then, which is pretty impressive. I used to be a PC person. I had a Sony Vaio laptop for many, many years. I don't see myself ever going back to Windows anytime soon. Anyways, I got my laptop lifted up on a little stand. I think this one's by Rain Design, just to get the laptop up a couple inches so I can use it as that second monitor over there. But really any kind of height you can get off the desk I think is worth it. And then I kind of shove my USB hub down under there so you can hide the wires. Getting more into peripherals, my main keyboard at the moment is a full-size Philco Magistouch 2. It's a Cherry MX Brown mechanical keyboard. If you haven't used a mechanical keyboard and you're still on the sort of rubber dome stuff, give it a try, especially if you're a programmer, and I guarantee you it's just gonna make your typing experience just way better. I did augment it with I think 1mm O-rings in there so I can kind of reduce the key travel and then keep the noise down a bit. But that's all the augmentation I've done to this keyboard. So going along with that, a wrist rest and a nice mouse pad are obviously super nice and necessary. I'll link the exact ones I have behind me in the description, but I've tended to like the sort of larger under keyboard mouse pads as of late. My mouse is a SteelSeries Rival 100 optical mouse, really the pretty cheap mouse. It's only like 20 bucks, but it has a nice sensitivity level. So I like to jack my sensitivity up all the way. And then also on the OS, I like to jack up the sensitivity as well. So, you know, just a little bit of movement equals a large movement on the screen, and I like that. Moving on to audio equipment, I've got my Sennheiser HD558 open backs with me here. I love open back headphones because they're breathable and super comfortable to wear for a long period of time. There is sound leakage with open backs, and they don't do a great job of isolating you from sound, so I definitely would not recommend this if you're in an office type environment, but for me, just working from home, they're great. As for my audio source, my headphones run straight into my Shit stack. And yes, the brand is called Shit, and it's spelled S-C-H-I-I-T. That stack over there consists of a DAC on the bottom and an amp on the top. The DAC takes my audio from the computer, converts those digital ones and zeros into an analog signal, which then exports out into the amp, and then the amp just amplifies that analog signal and pushes it out to my headphones. And I usually like to listen to music while I code, so these things are great for me. Moving on to my microphone setup. Wait a second. So I moved the microphone for the video just to get it out of the way here, but I do have a Blue Yeti USB microphone, pretty standard microphone. I got a pop filter here, and then I just attach it to this video arm so I can move it in and out, and then I kind of stow it back there behind my lamp when when it's not being used. But I use this to record my coding videos, and then I get those crispy vocals on those conference calls with my teammates. I'll probably look into upgrading into an XLR microphone with an audio interface at some point just to get that little bit of better sound, but honestly this thing's been great and I don't see any reason why I would need to do that anytime soon. But really I think that's it. So a couple smaller things. I've got my webcam up there. It's just a Logitech 1080p webcam, and I use that to record coding videos so I don't have to set up and break down this huge big camera and light setup every time I want to film a video. The desk, chair, and lamp are straight from IKEA, and I actually had to take a circular saw to the desk to shorten it and make it fit in this small space. So yeah, that's my tech. I'll leave links in the description to anything I mentioned. And if you have a question about my setup or the tech industry in general, please leave it in the comments and I will do my best to get to it and answer it on the next video. If you liked this series, I have a couple more videos on my channel that are in this similar vein. But until then, I really appreciate you checking out this video, and I will see you in the next one. See you later.